My name's Ron Pelot. I'm a professor of industrial engineering at Dalhousie University, and I'm also the associate scientific director of the MEOPAR Center of Excellence. This is my former grad student, who's now Dr. Sarah Rezaee.
Hey, my name is Sarah. As Ron said, my name is Sarah Rezaee. I did my PhD founded by MEOPAR in industrial engineering at Dalhousie University, and I'm now working as a research associate for MEOPAR.
This research project initiated with the observation that fishing, which is a popular activity around the east coast of Canada, especially including Nova Scotia, is a very risky activity. They're out in very harsh environments. Some of the fisheries take place far from shore. There's great economic pressures to get out there regardless of the conditions and make their livelihood. And therefore, one of the factors they have to deal with is extreme weather events occasionally, very strong winds, very high waves, occasionally even worse into the cyclone range. And of course, at sometimes year there are ice conditions that they have to deal with. And so there's a question about if we understand better how those extreme weather conditions may affect fishing safety, either the number of accidents or the location of the accidents or how bad the accidents might be, then it might be possible to make some adjustments, such as slightly different regulations or better training or improved safety equipment, different ways to either avoid the worst conditions, or if problems do arise, then maybe ways to improve response to lessen the impact of accidents due to extreme weather.
So what we basically did was to gather data from different sources, the weather data from different MEOPAR projects, Project 2.10 and Dr. Joel Finnis. What we did, we also got data from Canadian Coast Guard and Department of Fisheries and Oceans, and we determined which weather factors are significantly affecting fishing safety. So this information can help Canadian Coast Guard to better anticipate which hazards are associated with different fishery types. It can also help DFO to make more informed decisions regarding the postponing the opening of fishing seasons in case of extreme weather conditions. Or we're now working closely with Fisheries Safety Association and Safety Council in Nova Scotia to be part of Fishing Safety Plan Nova Scotia, which increases awareness among fishers with respect to weather effects.
This particular project in MEOPAR is very interesting from the point of view that we've made connections with many researchers across the country that we haven't worked with before. And so when we're looking at modeling weather, to look at the fishing risks. We aren't weather modelers in our group. However, we connected with people on the west coast of Canada that do weather modeling regularly, including extreme weather, and people at Memorial University who also look at cyclone patterns. And therefore, we've got a broad range of researchers involved with the project. As Sarah already mentioned, several groups that we've gotten data from, but we also meet with the Coast Guard periodically to bring them up to date on the results and get some input onto what else they might like to see. And then finally, there's an important aspect of this project that our results are largely looking at the data and forecasts, including climate change, long-term changes in weather, to see how the fishing risks might change. So that's like an analysis of the data. It doesn't say anything about how fishermen might use that kind of information directly or how they might change their decisions in the face of extreme weather. So we're working very closely with Barb Neese and her research group at Memorial. So the results of our project are kind of like input to their project, where they're out interviewing individual fishermen and looking at their behavior.